Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. Before I get into today's episode, just want to thank everybody for supporting the channel. I'm pushing to 2,000 subscribers and getting really close and want to get there before the season starts. So if you guys do enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So for today's video, I want to talk about an article that came out. Yahoo was ranking the NBA's best second options for each NBA team. And so Bam Adebayo was on that list. We know that Bam is looking to continue to develop as a young star, and we know we know Bam just signed a max contract this past season, and he's coming off one of the best years of his careers, earning all defensive first team honors and becoming a 3-time NBA All-Star. And so good to see Bam Adebayo on this list. Tyler Hero, on the other hand, was positioned as one of the third player options on a team. So he is on that list, which we'll go over on another video. But either way, Yahoo Sports recent rankings of the league's best second and third options were taking in consideration that Jimmy Butler is still playing at a high enough level and where he is the Miami Heat's still best player and number one option. But Bam got his flowers. And so we'll take a look at this list to look at his standing on this list and compare it to some other players on the list. So 1 second. All right. So if you look at the list of Yahoo Sports top 30 number 2 options in the NBA, number 1, we got Anthony Davis. Not the biggest surprise there. He's an NBA champion. He's a two-way player. Obviously, he's one of the best defenders in the NBA. I feel like he gets robbed of being in the DPOY conversation in the past few years, especially last year, where he actually played like 70-something games, which was insane because he's always hurt. He's made out of glass. But AD, obviously really good two-way player, really good offensive player, playing with the Los Angeles Lakers, an NBA champion. I don't mind seeing him as the number 1 option, perhaps. Devin Booker, again, up and coming. I think he's like 7 or 8 years now in the NBA, which is kind of crazy how fast time goes, but one of the best shooting guards, if not the best shooting guard in the NBA, one of the best scorers in the NBA. So Devin Booker, that's fine. I could see him and his value, but I don't know. He's not a two-way player. So he's just a really dynamic scorer, obviously. So that does put him ahead of Bam Adebayo, I'm assuming, in these rankings because people don't value defensive players as much or two-way players. So we got Devin Booker in front of Bam. We got Jaylen Brown, which I think is an interesting pick over here. As we know, Jaylen Brown just won his first NBA championship with the Celtics. He was the Eastern Conference player of that series, and he was also the Finals MVP, which is hilarious to think because this is supposed to be Jason Tatum's team, and I hate Jason Tatum, hate the Celtics, hate Jaylen Brown, and I don't love seeing him above Bam Adebayo, but I could see why they put him up there because, again, what have you done for me lately? They just won a championship. They're defending champions, and he was the MVP. He has a Finals MVP. He has a championship. That's something Bam Adebayo does not have, but that's not everything you need to take into consideration. Because look, Jamal Murray's number 5, who's behind Bam Adebayo. He obviously was not the Finals MVP when the Nuggets beat the Miami Heat, but he does have a championship. Bam Adebayo doesn't, but I think Bam Adebayo is definitely more of an important player than Jamal Murray all around. I would put Bam probably at number 3 on this list over Jaylen Brown. I put Jaylen Brown number 4. And I don't know if there's anybody else that I think doesn't really make sense on this list compared to the others. Like maybe Sabonis is a little too high as a number 2 option on here behind De'Aaron Fox. I would maybe put Kyrie Irving ahead of him, perhaps. Definitely would not have Karl Anthony Towns as number 8. I would push him down a little bit further. But yeah, this list looks fine. I think Tyrese Maxey, honestly, should jump up ahead of Towns for sure. Ahead of Dame, I think, going into next season. Tyrese Maxey's like 24 years old and had one of his best seasons ever, and he's going to be insane. But yeah, I mean, James Harden at 16 over Franz, I don't think so. Like even over Sengun, I don't love that. I mean, once you get to like the 20s, then it's like nothing spectacular. You got Bridges and Grant and Wiggins and Vassell, so we wouldn't even have to worry about those. But yeah, Bam at number 4, not too bad. I don't think it's that bad of a placement. I think personally, and because I'm biased, I'm obviously a Miami Heat fan, I would probably put Bam Adebayo at number 3. I'm okay with Jalen going to number 4. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the Yahoo rankings. Do you think Bam is being ranked fairly compare to his peers as the second best option on an NBA team?